Hey guys, welcome back to Ramblin Ray's Friday fight. It's not even Friday. Fight night.
Nope.
Ramblin Ray's fight night. That's what we're going with. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but this upcoming card for this weekend is so good. We figured that why not? Let's go ahead and get back on it. So UFC 265. The fights we're going to cover like, you know, they always have a main fight for the undercard, which is going to be Bobby Green versus Fishiev. I can't pronounce his name. Fishiev. But basically, it's that dude who went viral. Like he was a kickboxer before he came into the UFC. He's 9-1 in the UFC. But he was that kickboxer who went viral because like they went to head kick him, like just roundhouse him, and he fucking did the Matrix on their ass. He's done it. He also did it.
He did it in UFC. Didn't
Yeah. He fought Dikisi, you know, the black dude with the red mohawk. Yeah, did it against him, and then just beat the snot out of him. My pick personally, I mean, I guess I should go over some of the stats. So 5'10" to 5'8". So Bobby Green's got, you know, about said Bobby Hill. I'll call him Bobby Hill for now. He looks nothing like Bobby Hill, but he's 5'10", so he's got like a 2-inch height advantage. They have the exact same reach, 71 inches. Fishiev, though, is switch stance, so he can, you know, fight southpaw or orthodox. And then Bobby Green fights mainly orthodox. Significant strikes landed per minute. Bobby Green actually has more, which that's usually how he wins. He outworks guys.
Mm-hmm.
Usually outworks guys, but the slight edge in accuracy goes to Fishiev with 58% to Bobby Green's 54%. And then I think Bobby Green, he has like a 1.56 takedown average, so he has more of that kind of like option of takedowns. I feel like maybe he might be the stronger wrestler. Fishiev is definitely going to want to keep it standing with his kickboxing background. Yeah. Me personally, dude, I'm picking Fishiev, and I like Bobby Green, but I think Bobby Green's going to get damaged in this fight. I think he's going to get damaged. I say either, I don't know if I want to say third round, like knockout, or a decision. I'm going to go Fishiev knockout, round 2.
All right. I'm going to say Bobby Green.
Okay.
I feel like he just has more options. Like, if he wants to take down, he can. And I feel like he'll outclass him in boxing, even though I know that he's a kickboxer.
I was going to say, I don't think Bobby Green, I don't think he's as clean of a striker as Fishiev. But, hang on, I'm going to move this just a little bit. Bobby Green is definitely the veteran when it comes to the two. He's 27 wins, 11 losses, and 1 draw. So he's been in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see Fishiev. I think Fishiev is going to be I think he's that new rising talent. You know, I think he's going to get the dub. Okay, so you're picking Green. I'm picking
Green. Yeah.
How? Did you say how?
Probably KO round 2.
KO round 2. It's a bold pick, dude. I disagree with that one. I think if he wins, it's going to be decision.
I was thinking decision, but
he doesn't really have. So let me go. Let me show you something. Look at all those decisions. So for the people who can't see, his last fight, which, dude, all respect to Bobby Green, obviously. I'm actually a fan of Bobby Green. But
yeah,
loss
decision.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
last fight, he had 4 fights in 2020, right? So let's just do 2020 instead of going. He had a unanimous decision win over Clay Guida, a unanimous decision win over Lando Venata, which is a good win because Lando Venata is a dangerous striker. I'm a big fan of Lando Venata. That dude is creative in there. Man goes to war. Then he had a unanimous decision win over Patrick, and then a unanimous decision loss to Moises. So, I mean, all respect to the dude. He's a dog. I will also say he's got one of the nastiest, when I say nastiest, I mean fucking coolest pictures of an MMA fighter when
Yeah,
he's
that's when
fucking
he's screaming and blood.
screaming and fucking blood pouring out because his lip was split. Yeah, that shit was dope. But I'm going. I gotta go with Fiziev on this one. Also, some footage came out recently of Fiziev sparring. You know who his training partner is? Petr Yan. And he was lighting Petr Yan the fuck up. Which Alexander Volkanovski also lights up Petr Yan on this spar, but
that's Petr Yan.
That's just Petr Yan for you. I think the man likes to just go to war.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be the last fight on the prelims. So let's go to the main card. Starting off with Casey Kenny and Song Yadong. Almost same height. I mean, 1 inch advantage for Yadong. It's at the 135-pound weight class. Almost same reach. You have an orthodox versus the southpaw, which is pretty interesting. Relatively same significant strikes landed per minute. Slight edge in accuracy to Yadong. And then takedown average. So Casey Kenny definitely has a higher takedown average. I'm thinking, me personally, oh, but look at takedown accuracy.
Yeah.
Yadong has 75% takedown accuracy, and then Casey Kenny has 39. So that means Casey Kenny is attempting more takedowns consistently. Yeah. He's not always getting them, but he's, shooting more. Whereas Yadong, he shoots less, but when he does shoot, 75%. Yeah. But dude, for some reason, I still see Casey Kenny out wrestling.
Casey Kenny submission.
You're saying submission? Okay. What round?
Second?
Yeah. I'm gonna say Casey Kenny decision win, and I think he's just gonna out wrestle Yadong. I like Song Yadong, I do.
Yeah.
But I think I'm saying Casey Kenny decision just by out wrestling him, outworking him.
Casey Kenny submission third, actually.
Okay. And then also Casey Kenny has a 16 win, 3 loss, and 1 draw record. Yadong has 16 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. Almost same record too, besides the 2 losses for Yadong. That'll be a good fight too for like the 135-pound weight class. The 135, dude, I don't know about what you think about this, but 135 right now I think is one of the most entertaining weight classes.
Who's champ for 135? That's AJ? No.
Well, yeah, so they had the Petr Yan and Sterling fight. So Sterling is technically the champ. But you have Sterling, Petr Yan, you have Sandhagen, you have TJ Dillashaw, you have Sugar Sean O'Malley, Dominic Cruz is still in there, Cody Garbrandt. They just announced that he's going down to 125.
I saw that.
But he's still going to come back. That's his plan. There's a lot of people at 130. I mean, Cheeto Vera looked fucking outstanding. We didn't get to talk about that, but he looked so good, which his name will come up again as we keep talking. But
it will.
Okay, so that's our pick for Casey Kenny versus Song Yadong. Next up is the females strawweight fight. We have Angela Hill versus Tisha Torres.
She's got the height, 5'3" over 5'1". It's 115. The reach, she's also got the reach, 6'4", 64 inches over 60.5. They're both orthodox.
Oh, don't forget that significant strikes landed per minute. Angela Hill has 5.6 compared to Tisha Torres' 4.3.
The accuracy is almost the same, but Torres got the slight lead with the 55.69.
And then
she averages a bit more strikes as well, and the accuracy, but the accuracy goes to Hill, the 36%.
With the takedowns.
Oh, that's takedowns?
Yeah, with the takedowns. No, the striking accuracy, Tisha Torres has. They're almost. It's almost the same, but Tisha Torres has a slight advantage. You know, dude, when we were first looking at this, and then Angela Hill has a 13-win, 9-loss record, and then Tisha Torres has a 12-win, 5-loss record. When I first pulled this up, before I even started thinking about it, I was gonna go Angela Hill. I always pick Angela Hill.
Me too.
By decision. But I remember Tisha Torres. Everybody was talking about too that she could be the kryptonite. She could be, she could be the champ. She could be the champ. She could be the champ. Both strikers.
Yeah.
That's their fighting style. That's what they have listed as their fighting style. Tecia Torres is coming off of 2 wins in 2020. A TKO over Hughes, and then a unanimous decision over Van Buren. Before that, she had 3 losses. But, I mean, you got to think. Joanna is Wei Li, and then Rodriguez, which I'm not too familiar with Rodriguez, but, like, that's nothing to, you know.
I know Hill, she won her last one.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, so, like, what I was saying all that to say, I think I'm going with Torres.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Torres. I don't really know why. Like, when you look at the stats, you would think Angela Hill.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Torres has a very good left hook. She'd be dropping bitches with that thing.
Yeah.
The left hook, when it lands, people go down.
Not Angela Hill.
Well, we're going to find out. I don't know. I can picture Torres outworking Angela Hill.
Well, I picture it the other way around.
You think Angela Hill's going to outwork Torres?
Angela Hill's going to win by decision. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're going Angela Hill. I'm going Torres. Okay. That's that fight. 3 more fights. We have this is the fun one. This is the one I think me and you are looking forward to.
Yeah, I am.
Honestly, maybe the most. This is a big fight for the 170-pound weight class.
I feel like this decides who's next up to fight the champ.
For Usman, yeah. Whoever wins this is fighting Usman. Shit, dude. This one's awesome. Okay, so you have Vicente Luque versus Michael Chiesa. Vicente Luque is 20 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. He's just coming off of that big knockout win of Tyron Woodley. And then you have Michael Chiesa, who's 18 wins and 4 losses. What is he coming off of? I can't remember his last fight. I think it was Neil Magny. So he has his last few fights: unanimous decision win over Neil Magny, unanimous decision win over Rafael Dos Anjos, unanimous decision win over Diego Sanchez, and a submission win over Carlos Condit. But so it looks like he had 1 win in 2019, 1 win 2020, and then this 1 win in 2021 was Neil Magny. Okay. So, and it even has it listed. In my opinion, you have a wrestler versus striker. You have a classic grappler versus striker, which I think Vicente Luque can grapple though. I don't know his belt rank as far as jiu-jitsu goes, but the man can grapple too. But look at that huge. Okay, so just comparing some stats. Chiesa's 6'1" to Vicente Luque's 5'11". Same exact reach, 75.5. Chiesa is a southpaw, whereas Luque fights orthodox. Significant strikes landed per minute. Chiesa does 1.89. Luque does 5.74, which is a lot more than 1.89. The accuracy is the same, though. So Chiesa doesn't throw that much, but when he throws, he lands. And then takedown average, big takedown average, advantage for Chiesa. He has 3.6 takedown average compared to 0.666 for Luque. The accuracy, though, is both in the 50s. So, again, whenever Luque does shoot, he usually gets the takedown. And then relatively same submission average, 0.9 to 0.8. So, I already know who Jacob's picking. I already know who I'm picking. I'm picking Luque. I've always been a fan of Luque. The dude just goes to war. Like, he's so technical, though. Like, he goes to war, but he's technical with it. He's got really good Muay Thai, really good defense. His ability to block and return fire, his ability to weather the storm, his ability to stay in the pocket. You saw this when he had the war with, what's the crazy guy's name? Broke his nose, smashed his nose.
Mike Perry.
Mike Perry. When he was with Mike Perry's just slinging bombs at him. And, like, that's probably one of the worst examples, but Mike Perry's a brawler. And, like, Luque kind of welcomed it. He was like, all right. Like, he stayed in the pocket with him and then ended up shattering his nose like that. You saw what he did to Woodley. He lost to Wonder Boy, but he was still coming out Wonder Boy. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his intake. I'm also a fan of Chiesa. I am.
Yeah.
But I'm picking Luque, second round knockout. Yeah, which is going to be sad to see, but
it is.
If Chiesa does it smart, in my opinion, maybe he could lose by decision if he plays it smart.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm thinking Chiesa just because. Well, I won't Chiesa at least. Luque's striking scares me, but I feel like if Chiesa can stay out the way and maybe take him down, keep him on the ground, and try for a submission, I feel like he can come out the victor. I want Chiesa just because I feel like he's the kryptonite to like Usman.
So you think you're picking Chiesa? So first off, I'll be happy with either one of these guys winning.
Yeah,
I like both guys. I'm a fan of both guys.
I would like to see them face Usman, either one. Like.
Okay, so you'd like to see either one face
Yeah.
Usman. How do you think Luque would fare against Usman?
I feel like he'd be pretty good, especially with striking. Wrestling, I feel like he'd get out-wrestled a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like Chiesa, with his wrestling, he has more of an advantage because he's like good with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So
But then you had to think his striking.
Yeah. Then his striking.
Usman's going. I mean, I think Usman's going to be champ for a while,
Yeah.
but
Chiesa's striking is not too bad. I feel like, I don't know though, because Usman's striking, it keeps getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd say they both have the awkward type of like striking, but Usman has the awkward but proficient type.
I mean, he's got a piston of a
Yeah.
jab and a straight. Like his straight punches are like they're just pistons, dude. They're so accurate. They're so powerful. Like me personally, when I look at these two, I think obviously either guy is going to be a threat to Usman.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, I think Luque is more of a threat. Just because I think the power's there, and I feel like a striker's going to have more of a chance against Usman than a grappler. Because I think his wrestling and his grappling is so top notch. Striking, it could take a lucky punch. It could take a lucky strike.
Yeah.
And I guess you could say the same thing. You can get caught in submissions and shit, but I don't see Usman. I don't see Usman getting caught with something like that. The only person who's came close was like Damian Maia, you know, as far as a submission win. And Gilbert Burns did rock Usman. I think he might have dropped him too.
Yeah, he did.
Like in the first round, and then he came back and beat him. Colby Covington was on his way to winning a fight. That was through striking, because that's all they did was strike in that fight, and then he got his jaw broken, knocked out. But okay, either way, so I'm saying Luque second round knockout. You say Chiesa submission.
Submission, probably later, like round 3.
Okay, so later round 3 submission. I'm looking forward to that fight. That fight's gonna be so much fun. All right, dude. We have another bantamweight. This is another 135-pound fight. Have the legend Jose Aldo, 29 wins and 7 losses, fighting the Punisher Pedro Munoz, 19 wins, 5 losses. Aldo has a 1-inch height advantage, 5-inch reach advantage. They're both orthodox. Significant strikes landed per minute. You have 3.4 from Aldo compared to 5.6 from Pedro. Accuracy, Aldo's slightly more accurate with 49.46 compared to the 45.87 from Pedro Munoz. Takedown average around the same, 0.5 to 0.6. The takedown accuracy, Jose Aldo has a 56% takedown accuracy compared to the 21% from Pedro Munoz. But Pedro Munoz has more of a submission average. Also, let us know in the comments if just reading stats is a little boring. It could be boring, but I'm trying to tie this into like my pick. So looking at this, it kind of surprises me because I thought Jose Aldo had more output than Pedro Munoz. Honestly, but I guess not. He's more accurate though. My pick is Jose Aldo.
Yeah, I'm going with Jose Aldo too.
For a while there, I thought Jose Aldo's chin was shot. I thought it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, he took a lot of damage in the Petr Yan fight. Although he was, and like he got rocked, but he was returning damage. I had a lot of respect for how he stayed in there and was just returning fire, and he was landing some good shit on Petr Yan. But it's mainly because like his fighting style has changed. He's not as much of a kicker anymore.
Yeah.
He used to be the nastiest leg kicker in the game. Like Uriah Faber can attest to that. Just he obliterated people's legs. He would throw flying knees. In the fights with Chad Mendez, it wasn't flying knee, but the knee knockout. I mean, but like here lately, he's been more of a boxer, right? It's almost the same issue that Conor has. He hasn't been getting knocked out because of it, but like it's kind of limiting his game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this is why I said he will come back later. He beat Chito Vera by decision. He outstruck Chito Vera.
Mm-hmm.
He looked really good in that. And Chito Vera is like a hungry, up-and-coming lion. You know, he knocked out Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
His last fight just looked incredible against was it Grant? I think the guy's last name was Grant, TJ Grant. Just looked so good in that fight. I mean, so good. Against like an opponent who could take damage and give it back and then just kept coming. I mean, so I'm picking Aldo. But I'm going to say probably...
I want to say by decision.
See, I was going to say decision too, because they're both tough, but I know they're both going to come for that
knockout.
They're coming for that finish. Pedro Munoz, like, so his last fight, he won against Jimmy Rivera by decision.
Mm-hmm.
He lost to Frankie Edgar by split decision, which a lot of people say was controversial. They say he should have won that one. He lost to Sterling by unanimous decision. And then he knocked out Cody Garbrandt. That was back in 2019.
Yeah, that's when they started just brawling.
That's kind of honestly what put me on to Pedro Munoz.
Mm-hmm.
Was because I remember we watched that live. And it was one of those fights where, like, Cody had Pedro hurt, and then he got caught, so then he gets mad. You know, that was angry Cody. And that's when he got caught and knocked out.
I think I'm going to change my pick, Jose Aldo, round 1 KO.
Round 1 KO? What's your reasoning? Give me your reasoning.
I feel like, I mean, Pedro Munoz could have changed, but I feel like he's more of a brawler. Like, he's a Cody type. And I feel like if he tries to get in a brawl with Aldo, his boxing's too crisp.
Yeah.
I feel like he would strike him down.
Although, speaking of his boxing, he does something that not a lot of MMA guys do. He throws punches to the body.
Yeah.
I mean, nasty. His win against Renato Moicano, I don't know his last name. The other Brazilian guy?
Yeah.
Disgusting body punch. Oh, and Jeremy Stevens, too. When he hit him with those body shots, I mean, dude, brutal. Put him on the ground. That's kind of why I'm going with Aldo, too. I just see him landing more damaging shots.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the leg kicks aren't there, I still see him winning. So my whole thing, like, I'll stick with the decision win. But I think if he does knock him out, I think it's going to be because of body shots. I think body shots are going to play a huge part in his victory.
I could see that.
Okay, now this one is like... So that was the co-main event. Now we're on to the main event. And this one is like... Man, this one's hard for me. Mm-hmm. It really is. I have who I want to win, and then I have who I think will win.
Mm-hmm. That's me right now, too.
Honestly, fuck it, though, dude. Like, I'm willing to throw away a pick just to be, like, on Lewis's side. Just to be on Derek Lewis's side. So the main event is Derek Lewis versus Cyril Gane. Derek Lewis is 25 wins, 7 losses. Gane is 9 wins, no losses. Derek Lewis is 6'3" compared to Gane, who's 6'4". He's heavier, so Derek Lewis is 263 pounds, and then Gane is 245. And then reach, there's only 2-inch reach advantage for Gane, both orthodox. Significant strikes landed per minute. You have 5 strikes landed per minute for Gane, and then you have 2.59 for Lewis. Which, yeah, he doesn't land as much, but
it's strong. He doesn't need to land much.
Exactly. He just lands one solid punch. It doesn't even have to be solid. It could be glancing and you're going down. So the accuracy, you have 56% accuracy for Gane, 52% accuracy for Lewis. Relatively similar. Takedown average, 0.5 for Lewis and then 0.8 for Gane. Takedown accuracy is 21% for Gane and then 26 for Lewis. And then submission average is 0.3 for Gane. I will say, okay, so when this fight first got announced, I picked Gane to win. He still could, but I gotta go with Lewis, man. He's a fan favorite. Love the guy. I mean, could you just imagine if he became champ?
I know, that would be amazing. That's what I want, but it's gonna be a tough fight.
Which also, this is for the interim heavyweight belt. Have no idea why.
What?
I have no idea why it's for the interim heavyweight belt. Why aren't they fighting? Even Ngannou's like, he's not injured. He's not sitting out. So why? They're just making a random interim heavyweight belt, which a lot of people are like, this doesn't make any sense. But Dana White has his reasons, I guess. I guess they needed a belt to make a main event card, to make like a pay-per-view card. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm guessing that's what they're...
But they had main events that weren't,
I don't know,
championship fights.
Yeah, but because it's a pay-per-view card.
Oh.
I think pay-per-view cards, they usually want to have like a belt or something.
That makes sense.
See, bro, like my mind is telling me so much.
No.
But my body's telling me Lewis. All right? My mind's telling me Gane, but my body's telling me Lewis. Because fucking Gane has more options.
Yeah.
He has more diversity in his striking. Yeah, it's not...
stamina.
Yeah, he's got stamina. Because he's got that classic, like, karate bouncing, like, stance. And he can do that all the way into the 5th round. And you never see other heavyweights with that kind of cardio. Maybe like a prime Cain Velasquez. You know? He's always bouncing. He's got the head kicks. He's got lightning fast jab. Like, I don't feel like enough people are talking about his speed. The speed in his strikes are ridiculous. You could see that in, like, the Rosenstruck fight. It wasn't the most enthralling, captivating fight, but it was a showcase of his skills, I think. This is my problem, though.
Lewis.
Gotta pick Lewis. I just think, like, Gane, I feel like, is fine having a boring fight. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. The options, he's had a submission victory. He's got a striking background, but he came into the UFC and that was like his first fight in the UFC. He got a submission victory. So, like, I feel like he's fine with taking Lewis down
and just holding him.
Lewis has improvements with his last few fights. Like, you saw improvements in his. People just try to take him down.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think, dude. He just knocked out
Rosenstruck.
No, he didn't knock out Rosenstruck. He knocked out Curtis Blades.
Oh yeah.
With that big uppercut, you know. And
he's no
Curtis Blades. Yeah, Curtis Blades is a strong wrestler. So like, I don't know though. I just think his striking. I think he's. You have a technical striker versus a brawler. Like, Lewis is a brawler. There's no doubt about that.
But you still go with Lewis.
I gotta go with Lewis, man. I gotta go with Lewis. I'd be fine getting this pick wrong.
Yeah.
And being on the side of Lewis. But if I picked against Lewis,
then
Lewis won,
yeah,
I can live with myself, man.
I think that's what I'm gonna have to go with Lewis too. Because I want it so bad. I know it's highly unlikely, but I'm going to have to.
I mean, can you picture a 4th, 5th round Lewis, bro? He's shitting himself. He's going to shit himself in the middle of the octagon.
Yeah.
I fucking love Lewis, though. I mean, he's a fan favorite. Everybody loves Lewis, though. You know, who doesn't like him? So, obviously, if you're going to pick him, knockout, punches, round 2.
Only thing that sucks, though, is I think, what's the big tall cat? Russian cat.
Oh, hang on.
Because Gane just beat him his last fight. And I feel like that Russian...
Volkov,
yeah. I feel like Volkov can beat Lewis now that he has a cool-ass bat tattoo.
Yeah, ever since Volkov got that samurai back tattoo, man's been on a...
See, I feel like Volkov can beat Derek Lewis now, and Gane just beat Volkov, so that's what's hard to pick.
Lewis has that, like, the power is the thing. The power is what ends people.
I'm gonna have to go with Lewis. I don't know how, but Lewis.
That's one of his knockout losses right there. Dos Santos.
I saw that.
He knocked out. And then Gane knocked out Dos Santos. Junior Dos Santos. That's what's hard.
I saw that as well.
But then he beat Ivanov, which is that's a good win. Split decision win. He beat Latifi.
Olenek.
Unanimous decision win. Olenek.
Then Blades.
Second round knockout. And then, Curtis Blades, second round knockout. Man, this is a hard... Like, if I had to put my life earnings on this, I would not put it on Lewis.
No,
but
I would not.
I'm just as a fun pick, because I love Lewis. I'd love to see him as champ one day. You got to go with Lewis.
Yeah.
You know.
Lewis, don't let me down.
Then that knockout he had over...
Blades.
It was a bad knockout. It was a scary knockout. Scary knockout. Okay, so but if Gane wins,
I feel like it's gonna be later in the round, 4th, 5th.
I was gonna say like just
TKO.
TKO, just because Lewis will be
Lewis,
gassed.
I don't want this.
And he's like, I don't even care. He doesn't. He like, I'll go back to the gym, get better, and then come back. But I'd love to see Lewis win.
Me too. I feel like everyone would like to see Lewis win.
And then the winner of this will go on to fight Francis Ngannou, which will be interesting because Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou had the worst MMA fight in history, the most boring fight in MMA history. And then Cyril Gane and Francis Ngannou used to be sparring partners. There's a lot of footage coming out of them sparring one another. So, they know a lot of each other's tricks. And that could be interesting. If you look at some of that footage, it looks like Gane is landing more.
Yeah, he gets the best of him, definitely.
Think of it this way too. Like if he beats Derek Lewis, do you think he could beat Ngannou? They both have.
I don't know, man.
Because they're both.
Ngannou's power is different, but at the same time, Lewis has.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it different than Lewis's?
I don't know.
Like, is it different? Like, who has the biggest, like, power in their punch? Hear me out. When you look at Ngannou, it looks like he would just because he's more chiseled.
Yeah.
And Derek Lewis isn't as chiseled, but when Derek Lewis lands, and he also has the most knockouts in the UFC. Like,
that's true.
When he lands, people go down.
Doesn't matter what.
I mean, Ngannou too. It's just, I think a lot of people avoided Ngannou. That's why Ngannou would have more. It's just that people don't want to fight him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Either way, like, we have some exciting fights in heavyweight.
Definitely.
And I'm looking forward to this card. I'd like to, discuss the results and what that means for, like, each weight division. You have 2 135-pound fights, which would be interesting. Casey Kenny the Casey Kenny and Song Yadong fight, they won't even be close to fighting the Jose Aldo and Pedro Munoz level yet. But it's just, that weight class is getting so rich with talent. And just names. It's got, like, name quality. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the fights. I think they're going to be good ones. Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it for me.
All right. So a pretty quick one is like a 34-minute video, it looks like. So quick one, and then we'll review or we'll discuss the results whenever they're done. Maybe like Monday or Tuesday or something.
Yeah, hopefully they're in our favor.
I don't know, man. We got some different picks.
Yeah, me too.
I just hope good fights, nobody gets injured. I'm hoping for no, like, eye poke injuries or, like...
leg breaks.
No leg breaks.
Or any breaks at all.
Yeah.
Not that matter.
So hoping for the fighter safety and have some good fights.
Yep.
But thank you guys for tuning in. I had fun talking about the fights as usual.
Yep.
And, all right. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.